Rikke, thank you for joining us. You've just come from the Women in the Digital World lunch.
Yep.
How was that?
It was great. There was around about 60 ladies there, all from different types of the industry, telecoms and IT, software, hardware, whatever. Very good meeting.
So, and what's the value of these kind of events?
Well, I think this is the first time that the women has gone together, and Barbara, who is in TM Forum, obviously, was talking about getting all of the senior women together to try to start talking about what we can do as a collective industry to attract more women and diversity into the industry. And so during the conversations we had today, I was one of the speakers. We touched on different things. And what became really apparent is that a lot of the companies has tried very many different things. Right from getting girls right out of the universities to look at, IT, telecoms as one of the work opportunities, to, setting some real hardcore targets for how many women needs to be, introduced into these new roles within the IT industry and also the telecoms industry. And also we talked about some of the barriers. This is probably my pitch and my thing is, because I've had a very long international career, what is it that I have seen has motivated me to keep on going. Even though, when you do international jobs, you are always being questioned to move, uproot your family to another country. So I think bottom line is that what we figured out over the course of the session was that we all have collectively so much experience with all of the different programs that has been run by IBM, Vodafone, Microsoft, NTT, whoever it is. And instead of reinventing the wheel every single time, which a lot of company does, and especially the smaller companies probably doesn't have the same resource pool as the larger ones. So we decided that we'll just basically start sharing all of those best practices and get the community going that way. And it's no different actually from the Catalyst programs. And so we might turn this into a Catalyst program.
Right. So what have you any feel what the takeaways were in terms of what does work, or is it a little bit early to say these are the success factors?
I think, we all have a long experience within what's worked but not worked. I'll use an example for IBM. I was in the IBM in the 90s, and apparently the programs are still in place. Luke Gerstner, during the transformation of IBM, was really, really adamant that we needed to attract more women into IBM in different roles. So as an example was, my job was to go and to speak to university students and get them attracted to come into IBM, not only in computer science roles, but in business management role, project management role, whatever it was, in different sections. And the other program he did for business women, especially on the sales side, was he taught them to play golf. Right. Yeah, well, that's out of, scope normally, but he realized that a lot of the women obviously, was signing deals on the golf courses. Yeah. So that was one. Within Microsoft, we've done an awful lot, and actually one of the reasons why I am with Microsoft now was I was headhunted by some of the people who was looking for diversity leadership skills. And it actually took me 2 years to decide to go to Microsoft, and I'm very happy I did so. But there were some clear KPIs. We need this amount of leadership women. So those type of programs, is running. And they have been, some of them really successful, some of them not so. Yeah. But it's nothing always works first time around, and sometimes it's just a matter of time until you get it right.
And you'll need more time together really to work through some of those examples. I mean, one lunch is not going to be enough to share this best practice.
No, but I think, what's really interesting is that if you look at the age group of the women in the auditorium we were in, we're probably between 40, 55, something like that, or 40 to 60. So it's women who's been around the block a few times, who's had some scratches, who's had some experiences. And, that's really important that we now as a community can start. I've already met 3 women that I will probably connect with on a regular basis from other industries and from other companies. And I think that is what it is all about. Yeah. Learning from each other.
Started.
Exactly, yeah. And then I think next time around we will have some monthly video conferences or teleconferences, and we will set up a portal to get all of our best practices in there so people can share, their stories and the best practices, because everybody has got a program of some sort.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Rikke.
You're welcome.